I was never alone. There were midnights I turned the key and locked my door, sitting in the heavy shadows with a chest full of pain, listening to the isolated rhythm of my own pulse, like a distant lighthouse calling out through the rain. The world kept moving on its axis all around me, while I felt frozen, paralyzed inside a single place, hiding a sudden downpour behind my tired eyes, placing a painted plastic smile across my face. I still remember when my heart was so much younger, when love was a language both simple, pure, and bright, when a single touch from your fingers felt endless, and every wild dream felt safely within my sight. But youth can turn to winter and heartbreak so quickly, leaving a sea of heavy questions spinning in its wake. I thought my own two hands were carrying the globe, and that nobody else could ever understand the load. But I was never truly alone, even in the deepest valleys of my darkest nights. Even when my blinded eyes couldn't see a single thing, there was always a stubborn, flickering little light. I was never truly alone, though a heavy loneliness filled up the empty room. Something kept my tired heart beating in time, something invisible carried me through the gloom. And I was certain I had no strength left to breathe. A deeper love was still holding tightly on to me. Depression became a permanent, quiet shadow, tracking my footsteps from ordinary day to day, whispering the daily poison that I wasn't worthy, insisting that every shred of hope it slipped away. I grew so utterly tired of fighting my own skin, tired of losing every violent, silent war inside. The silver mirror became my most brutal enemy, and the freezing self-doubt became my only guide. I hated the empty eyes of who I was becoming, and blamed my own hands for the shape of every scar, never realizing that the simple miracle of survival had already safely carried my spirit this far. Sometimes the most beautifully fractured hearts don't realize they are walking masterpieces from the start. I was never truly alone, even when my mind insisted I was quite forgotten, even when the landscape of my world was breaking, and every single dream I held was bruised and rotten. I was never truly alone, though I couldn't hear the truth through the static of my wounds. There were always quiet souls who loved me from the shore. There was always a dawn waiting beyond the tombs, and somehow through the suffocating weight of the silence, my heart kept right on choosing life. If I could dive down to the younger version of me, weeping in secret where the shadows grow tall, the one waiting for a savior to come and rescue him, I'd look him in the eyes, break the lock, and say I wish you knew. You were never abandoned in the hallway. Every single tear mattered to the earth. Every silent struggle mattered to your soul. Every moment you stayed right here on the track, when throwing up your hands felt like the easier path was an absolute glorious victory. You were never walking through this winter by yourself, not once. I was never truly alone, the living proof is standing in the mirror today. After every hurricane I successfully outlived, after every single time I thought I lost my way. I was never truly alone, because something sacred refused to let me fall. A golden spark stayed alive inside my chest, every heartbreak watered the garden where I grow. And every heavy step I took through the midnight led me closer to the morning light. I was never truly alone. I just couldn't see it yet. The quiet sadness still pays a brief visit sometimes. The old memories still come and go like the tide. There are still difficult, heavy mornings when the road ahead looks entirely too wide. But my spirit finally understands the truth today that I spent a lifetime trying to learn. True strength isn't carrying the whole world by yourself. True strength is realizing you never had to bear it all. Because even in the fractured moments when I felt completely and utterly lost, when I doubted my own basic human worth, when I couldn't see tomorrow through the frost, there was still hope, still love, still life, still life. And right through the middle of it all, I was never alone.